Verse 5, now he who prepared us for this very purpose is God, who gave to us the Spirit as a pledge. Therefore, being always of good courage, and knowing that while we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord. Now, I just want you to look at something here. Good courage. Good courage. You see, it's not difficult to have good courage when everything is going wonderfully. It's not difficult to have good courage when the world lies at your feet. It's not difficult to have good courage when you find yourself 40 in your full strength as a man. But there's going to come a time when all those things can no longer give you good courage. What then? The Word of God. God's promises. And as he says here, God's Spirit that is given as a pledge. The kindnesses of God, the mercies of God. Young people, I have walked with him for 3.5 decades. I find that every time I talk about him, I want to start with an apology. Because no matter how hard I try, whenever I talk about him, his goodness, his kindness, his tender mercies, his power, his faithfulness, I get angry with my own language. It's just not sufficient. I cannot comprehend even his goodness to me, and what I have comprehended, I can't communicate to you. The God that I am calling you to serve, the God that I am begging you to believe in, I cannot exaggerate him. I cannot. I can't tell you the 10th part. He is infinitely greater than his mercies that he has shown me and that I understand. And yet those mercies are so wonderful. His love is so great. His faithfulness so sure that sometimes in the night watch, I feel like my heart is going to explode. He is so good that sometimes you find yourself on your knees going, Lord, this is wrong. This is just wrong. You shouldn't be this good to someone like me. Oh, how I understand Peter that day on that beach, in that boat, when the Lord said, cast that net over. And he casts it over and he draws those fish in. And what does he do? He falls down and says, depart from me, Lord. I am a sinful man. And what he's basically doing is, Lord, you must not know who I am to let me see this kind of glory. It's just not right. You're just too good. I would give anything for those I love. I would give anything for you to understand that, to see that. Because that's the thing that propels your heart. Why do men go into jungles? Why do they risk their life? Why do they go to prison? Why do they suffer poverty, humiliations, false accusations, everything else? Why? They're overwhelmed by the goodness and kindness of God.